All right, so we went over all of our gear. So far, our packs that we'll be carrying, the things we'll be wearing to sleep in, our sleep systems. Now to hit some information on the tent. We opted to go with the Big Agnes Copper Spur HVUL3. It's a 3-person tent. We had another Big Agnes product. Don't remember what it was called.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah, I don't either, but it was only a 2-person tent. And, you know, we just needed more space. If you're going to be in a tent for 6 months with all your gear,
it's nice to know, yeah.
It's nice to be able to spread out a little bit. So you're going to be bringing in our packs.
Yep.
And, you know, we might want to, you know, do a little stretching in the morning, whatever. So we opted to go with this. It's certainly not the lightest.
Ooh, sunshine. There we go.
Certainly not the lightest tent these days.
Yeah.
They just keep making them lighter and lighter with these new fabrics they're coming out with and such. So, but
yeah,
this is what we got. We're going to split up the weight between the two of us.
Yeah, this one weighs 4 pounds, 9 ounces, and that's including the ground sheet.
Is that including the stakes as well?
And the rain fly and the stakes. Okay. Yeah, that's the whole setup is 4 pounds, 9 ounces. So the ground sheet, having the ground sheet allows us with this particular tent, most tents do, some don't, but with this particular tent, the ground sheet allows us to do a dry setup if it's raining. And we've been practicing setting it up that way. You put the ground sheet down first, put your poles in place, and then you put your rain fly on top. And then you can dry out your ground sheet a little bit and get inside and set the tent up inside the rain fly. So you're not doing it in a wet environment. Because if it's pouring rain and you set it up the standard way, which would be as it is now, and then put the rain fly on top, the entire side of the tent is going to be soaked. So having that option to do a dry setup is wonderful. We'll put the rain fly on before we're done here today and just show you the vestibules. With the 2 doors, there's a good size area at each door that will allow you to put your shoes on if it's raining out without getting yourself all wet or do anything.
It's like having a little porch.
Yeah, a little porch. So let's go ahead and we can open it up and have a look in here. Let me hold this down.
Since we're not staked down, since we're in the...
Yeah, we're in the house. So very large doors, nice big openings to the doors. And here, Sheriff, if you want to hold this, I can get in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here, go ahead. You just let that fall, that's fine.
Okay.
So, so the doors open up really wide, nice and big, plenty of room to get in and out, easy access, whether it's, you know, during the day or if it's in the middle of the night, you're getting up to pee. Plenty of room to stretch out in here. Plenty of room at my head and my feet. Lots of room to put our packs at our feet. 2 people, ample room inside this tent. What else do we have for features? We each will have a pocket at our heads here. There's one here, one on the other side. Up top, there's two sections of mesh, a small one here and then a larger one above that. We each have those in the corner for storing some things, and one large mesh pocket right here for keeping gear. There are attachment points here and here on the corners. Some here. We will probably run a line of some sort to be able to hang our socks at night to dry or whatever we need to hang up there to air out and dry from the day. Oh, a bathtub. It has a nice high bathtub, which is really nice. It helps it when rain splashes up. It doesn't, it won't get up into your tent. With the fly on, there still will be some rain that will come down and hit the ground and splash back. And it's nice to have that. And for privacy too. If we're camping just like this with just the net mesh, if it's a beautiful night out and want to look at the stars, it gives you just a little bit of privacy while you're laying down and sleeping. You don't feel like you're, you know, in a glass fishbowl with the world looking at you. Okay, so this is the tent with the rain fly on. Here's the vestibule we were discussing. This will get staked out here like this, and it creates a nice little living area, a porch inside. Let's unzip this and show you. So one section will remain completely staked and taut, and the other will be, you want to come around behind me and look inside? The other will be able to be open, and it creates a nice space in here. There's a lot of room in there, really. When you get up in the morning, you open your door, sit out, put your shoes on, whatever you need to do. Get your backpack out so you can do a little stretching if it's not muddy. So that's a vestibule. It has a lot of points for staking it down if it's really windy and stormy. These are just extra points here. We've never used these to stake it down yet, but each end has its own point to keep it out and away from the body of the tent. And you can see where I mentioned before about some rain splashing. Water can come down and still hit the dirty ground and splash up. So having that deep bathtub is real nice to keep that moisture and dirt out from the inside of your tent. This one has a vent to allow for extra airflow. Nice mesh section here, breathable, and then it'll just Velcro down. Packing. I think that's it. The other side vestibule is the same as what you're looking at now. All 4 corner posts have extra attachment points for storms. Each end has the same points for securing it down. And this tent for setup is really easy, so you always know you're setting it up correctly. They're color coded. So orange here for the rain fly matches the orange here for the tent, which matches the orange for the ground sheet. So you know, because it's tapered a little bit, it's a little narrower on one end than the other. So you know when you set it up that you're orienting everything correctly, that you're not going to be a footprint on a wide section where you put a tent with a narrow section and vice versa. So this other end of the tent here, the foot end is orange and the head end is gray. So this is where having the color coding system really comes in handy. So this is all gray. So the gray on the rain fly, and then you've got gray on the tent, and then gray on the ground sheet. Really helps with orienting everything properly. Orange for feet, gray for head. There's going to be no mix up on that whatsoever. Real easy to set up. Yeah, we're just real excited to get this out in the field and you know, give it some really, really good use. Sherry just made a face. Anything to add?
No, we just love it because it has two doors.
The 2 doors, yeah.
So you don't have to crawl over the other person to get in and out all the time.
Yeah, and it's side entry. You're not having to kind of crawl in and then try on an end and then try to get into your bag again. It's having a side entry is nice. And it's tall inside, so you've got a lot of room. You can sit up, you know, and actually kind of stretch your arms a little bit. It has a lot of space in there.
Head space.
Head space. Yeah, it's great. So really looking forward to putting all of these things to some good use for 6 months.
That's our shelter.
That's it. So I think that will conclude our gear video. Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys. I'm so glad we were able to finally get this done. It's been a long time coming for a gear video, and starting out with the big 3, I think was needed, because those are the main staples of our trip right there.
Hope we explain things well enough to you. I know there's some different gear that people are not used to seeing. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask on the comments down below. And,
absolutely. Yeah, we welcome questions. It helps us learn too. We don't know everything. We've learned a lot just in our research for what we have. So yeah, please ask questions. We encourage it.
all right, thanks guys.
Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.